Thank you for watching. As always, we try to bring you whatever is trending across the globe, and mostly we focus on issues that touch on the human race and dignity of humans, because that is what holds us together. If we live together in harmony with respect and nurture equality and equity, then the world would be in a situation that everyone will feel happy about the world, and things will just run smoothly as it should be. Now, I came across this video of Neil deGrasse, who was trying to speak about the potentiality of Africa and where Africa is going and headed to. Now, he says that Africa has big gap for growth and is going to rise to heights that are unimagined. And in the near future, it will be one of the best continents across the globe. Now, let's watch this and react to it in the end.
This is going to be mostly for an African audience, right?
Fine.
So, do you believe that Africans can become more prosperous in this century?
Oh, but definitely. When I look over the history of, before 1910, the United States was kind of a backwoods farmland country. We had a couple of big cities, but they were kind of smelly and dirty, and they were not very sophisticated, not like London or Paris, for example. And the country was built within a century to become a leader in the world in science and technology, because there was values placed on research and engineering and math at the STEM fields. Okay, so and that happened within a century. Before then, Europe basically led the world. All right, they embraced science and technology early. All right, the Industrial Revolution hit them first, and that fueled their power over the rest of the world. Okay, a lot of it was worked towards health and security and wealth, but the rest was like hegemony. Okay, that's how they chose to use their power of influence and wealth. You go back 1,000 years, the golden age of Islam out of Baghdad, with major advances in science and engineering, and astronomy and medicine. 2/3 of all and navigation. 2/3 of all stars in the night sky that have names have Arabic names, traceable from that period. You go back thousands of years before that, you have Egypt as one of the greatest cultures civilizations has ever seen. The pyramids were the tallest structures, stable structures, to exist in this world until the Eiffel Tower. Okay? So all I'm declaring here is no one country, no one region has eternal rights to leading the world. It's a combination of how enlightened is your leadership, what are the motivations for doing so, and they can easily happen within a century. Africa, with the resources that are built in just to the land and the people and the diversity, I don't see why Africa wouldn't lead the world for millennia to come. And so, yeah. And with the United States just looking from the sidelines, that's my read of history tells me nothing in principle will prevent that. Look what China did. It wasn't many decades ago before, the stereotype of the Chinese peasant working in the field, that was kind of true. Okay, China decided we're going to redouble our interest in science and technology and engineering and math, and they sent their people abroad to get educated. Initially, they would stay. Then they came back. Now they educate their own people. Okay, they don't have to learn their science and engineering in other countries. They do it in-house in the country. China says we're going to put a person in orbit. Bada bing. They put a person in orbit. We're going to build a space station. Bada bing. So we're going to put people on the moon. That spooked us. We haven't been on the moon in 50 years. And all of a sudden, hey, let's put people on the moon. It's kind of the right time. Well, why is it the right? Oh, China is doing it. All right. So we're seeing a shift in science and technology to China. And so I don't see why things can't shift to Africa.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
Even.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Now, there is hope in Africa, and the hope might be even bigger than expected. Why do I say that the hope might be even bigger than expected? This is because if you watch keenly this video that we have just brought, uh, we can identify that Africa has got a huge potential, and the potential has never been unlocked. The vast land Africa has never been put into good use because there has never been the right leadership, or people have not seen value in what they have. Africa has great resources. If you go to, for instance, Congo, Congo has got minerals. Gold, which is the most precious metal across the globe, is being mined in Congo with huge tons going abroad and being exported because we've never realized that this is what can build us. The focus has never changed on Africa. We've never focused on us and see that these are meant to build us here. And if you look keenly, the kind of oppression is still high, and the West, I mean the whites, want to get hold of Africa and ensure that they're the ones who benefit from these resources because they know if Africa would realize its value, then they would not do anything. They have no resources. They have exploited all their resources, and they are now plundering what Africa has. Now, this conversation is changing, and Africa and the blacks must know their value. Look at what China has done in the recent past. China was also one of the disregarded regions across the globe, and China is in Asian country, and they were even laborers in the Western countries. But what did they do? They told themselves that it has to end. We have to build ourselves, and everyone changed the focus on their own country, and they started realizing their potential. They started working on how to change the narrative about their country, and that's how China uh, has risen. And right now it's one of the technologically advanced and oriented countries to drive the world's technology. Even the AI, all these manner of developing technologies and trends uh, uh, attached to China. This is because these people refused to be compelled into such acts like brain drain. Brain drain is one of the factors also affecting Africa because if you find good grades in Africa, you'll be preferred to study abroad in the UK, in the US, and every country that feels that they have developed enough. So this is a conversation that should be taken seriously, and Africa and the people, more so the leaders, we should tell the leaders that this is the time they should show us direction. We need to develop. There's no need to stagnate us for this long. We are awakened. In fact, right now we see value in us. We've never had these conversations before. We have never had a situation whereby we see where the problem is. But now that we have realized where the problem is, why don't we take the mantle and change all these narratives about Africa? Africa is going to be great. I'm very hopeful that Africa will be one of the greatest continents, as Neil Degrasse quotes that. Now, I like today. I felt so much happy about this video because it's it inspires me. It inspires something within me, and I feel like waking up and telling the people that no, we are the greatest of all. We are the best of all, and we can go far and even surpass all those who have seen us as uh, lesser humans. In fact, some even call us monkeys, which is uh, disheartening. Now, thank you for watching. I want you to tell me what you think about this video. Now, just hit our comment section and tell me, do you feel that Africa has woken up and it will move steps ahead of the other continents? Now, also, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share our video. The more you subscribe, the more we get motivated to bring to you such topics that are trending. Now, thank you and may God bless you.